Best Of with Donny and Marie and their special guests.
The bar of the entertainment has gone up, but right now it's the place to play.
To me, you are Las Vegas, you are Carrot Top, you are the GOAT.
You know, stand-up comedy is so bizarre in its sense. Putting yourself up in front of the crowd to be
vulnerable.
Here's the lesson. The curtain comes down, you're just like everybody else.
Hey Yetta, you know how much love and respect I have for you? Girl,
Ditto.
Why do I feel like I'm your best friend? I just met you.
You are merging of Oprah and Barbara Walters. There you go.
Joining us at the desk today is Emmy Award-winning journalist and anchor. It's Yetta Gibson, everybody.
Welcome, everybody, to this Arizona's Family original. Tonight, we're heading to Las Vegas to celebrate 120 years of this city. Over the years, Vegas has been a hub for entertainment. Elvis Presley, Celine Dion, Lionel Richie, and Arizona's own Wayne Newton all had residencies there. And this year, more names are joining the list. J-Lo, Kelly Clarkson, the Backstreet Boys. So, you know, I had to celebrate alongside two Sin City icons, Donny Osmond and Carrot Top. Both opened up their worlds to me off stage. Check this out. When you think Las Vegas, it's hard not to think of these guys. Thank you for waiting for me.
I've been waiting for you all my life.
I've been waiting for you all my life.
Yeah.
And here we are. Yes, Donny Osmond. All right,
Debbie
Donny.
doesn't hear this. My wife.
Debbie, it's all fun again.
It's all fun.
It's all fun
Yes.
again.
Yes.
So I did some research on you, right? It says that the most disliked question is in Carrot Top. Could you picture yourself doing anything else other than this?
guessing people's weight at the fair. That's an easy job.
Doing what?
Guessing people's weight at the fair.
You could do that?
220. Well, yeah, you just 220. Like, nope.
What am I?
Next.
Don't get in trouble.
No, you're funny. See, that's not a good game.
Both have spent their careers on stage creating memorable experiences for a lot of people's nights, weekends, and vacations in Sin City. So you were a teen idol, and you are still looking like a teen idol.
Oh, thank you.
There's got to be a secret that you will share only on my show about how you're looking like this. Donny?
Ladies and gentlemen, I do nothing.
Donny was a child star, a teen idol, coming from a huge family of entertainers, the Osmonds. He and his sister Marie, famous for their musical hits and making a splash in the 70s with their talk show, Donny and Marie.
On the Donny and Marie Show.
A career performer, Donny has done it all with stints in Vegas since the 70s. Right now, he headlines a self-titled nightly show at Harrah's alongside, well, himself.
You see 6 decades of show business in 90 minutes.
Yes.
That's why I do that every night.
Yes.
I do a rap on stage where it's a 10-minute rap.
You mean
Where-
like rap?
Rap.
You got
It all began back in Utah. I was 4 years old. Started singing with my brothers and the sound was like gold. So my folks took a leap and said, what the hey, we got to get these monsters out to California. And it goes on for 10 minutes.
I am
It gets-
not mad at that.
No, no.
I am not mad
It
at
is.
that. And you're going to be performing with your younger self on stage.
We're singing Puppy Love together. And it's my voice and it's my face, you know, at 14.
Why did you come up with that? Why was that the concept for your show?
Well, that's the whole concept is we're reliving memories and from the past to the present.
You got to have people of all ages out here, people who remember you when you were that age.
Yeah,
And then you
so-
got people who are your newer fans.
It's a good question because primarily I call them the puppy lovers, that fan base, right? But lately, and I don't know, I think maybe because of social media or whatever it might be, the Masked Singer, Mulan, all these things.
puppy love.
What is different in Las Vegas but is still kind of the same?
The bar of the entertainment has gone up. And I've seen Vegas change so much of becoming in vogue and out of vogue. And it just like this, but right now it's the place to play.
Right.
And so I'm fortunate to have, I was doing an interview not long ago. This guy said, Donny, do you realize how fortunate you are? I said, yes, I do. He said, no. You don't know how fortunate you are. You're in Las Vegas, you have your own show on the Strip, and you're only using your first name.
I mean, it's
How
like
many people have that opportunity?
Cher, Madonna,
Sinatra, Madonna,
Prince,
Prince,
Donny,
Adele,
Adele, Donny.
Donny.
Oh my God, did you ever think about it like that
No,
until he said it?
no.
Yeah. I mean, it's so true.
No, I realized it, but when he said it to me, I realized, wow, that's pretty cool.
The inspiration he received personally from one of the most famous stars in music, we'll get back to that. To me, you are Las Vegas, you are Carrot Top, you are the GOAT. Then there's Carrot Top, whose real name is Scott, the son of an actual rocket scientist at NASA. Right now, he is celebrating a 40-year career in comedy and just turned 60 years old. His show is nightly at the Luxor.
Don't miss Carrot Top Live.
As I sat with him, I was fascinated by several stories he shared. One was the story behind this very elaborate and eclectic dressing room of his. Tell me about your room here.
This is an eclectic gathering of many years.
Amazing.
Oh, it is amazing.
It's amazing.
I mean, even celebrities that come in here are like, okay, this is the best dressing room.
It is. The other thing I found interesting, Carrot Top's persona is known as loud. His signature look has always been those huge muscles that are still there, by the way, and that big red fro he's traded in for dreads now. In person, though, his personality is anything but loud. I was expecting a different temperament. I was expecting a lot. I was never in a million years expecting you to say, I keep the things that my fans give me. I listen to
So you thought it was a...
No, I didn't. I just didn't expect you to be like, and to see so much heart in you as a queen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I hope people can see that through through this interview. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole deal. I mean, getting into this interesting, to say the least, profession is, stand-up comedy is so bizarre in its sense, in itself, putting yourself up in front of the crowd to be
Vulnerable.
Yeah. and just it's so when you get into it and you're doing it, you're having fun and whatever, that's the most fun part is the humble and the heart and the thing. That's why you get into it.
I asked them both, what's the secret sauce? What is keeping them afloat in entertainment in Vegas all of these years? Their answer, both involve entertainment legends.
It's a great question because I George Carlin at one time, one of my heroes in comedy, I walked up to him and I said exactly that. Isn't that weird? Walked right up to him and I said, what's it like to have it?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, it's a
and
good question.
He said to me, I ain't got nothing. I said, oh no, stop. You're George Carlin. I mean, come on. You're already, you know how to do it. And he said, no, I never ever feel like I haven't. I never feel like that I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I'm always working hard to the next thing. And I come off stage and I'm always nitpicking. It wasn't the best show. And it's interesting. I never forgot that. And I think that's one of the things that I kind of took that from him in a sense, without being too much of a perfectionist, but kind of, you can't, the show can be 100% every time, but you want it to be close to 100%. You want, like you said earlier, you want everybody to be like, oh my God, I went and saw, Carrot Top, and how was it? Oh, it was great.
As for Donny, his inspiration came from the king of rock and roll himself.
I'm in his dressing room with my brothers getting ready for the show. 10 minutes before the show starts, the door opens up. Elvis walks through the doors. He says, hi everybody, I'm Elvis Presley. It just was a mind-blowing experience.
Sure.
Because I thought to myself, you don't have to tell us your last name. Everybody knows your first name.
And that was part of it, how humble he was.
He was. Here's the lesson. The curtain comes down, you're just like everybody else. At least you should be that way mentally. Because if you start believing your own hype, then you start treating other people less than.
Right.
And you don't want to do that.
So you learned that just by the way he was acting, not necessarily something he told you.
No, he didn't have to tell me anything. It was just the way he was speaking, his kindness, his gentleness. He was a gentle giant. That's why I appreciate what's happening right now. It is a wave that I'm enjoying. It's a lot of work.
They were great. You can catch Carrot Top at the Luxor, Donny at Harrah's. Make sure you check out their schedules.
Vegas is a big part of people's lives, not just because it was the first time you went drinking, you stayed out all night, or a bachelorette party or bachelor party. I want to hear stories that I feel like I've never heard before.
What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas tonight. Coming up, the best memories from Sin City with Simone and Paul, and we react to some of the stories that you have shared with us. Plus,
Las Vegas used to be a place where people would go and kind of end their careers, and now people come with their careers on fire.
getting better with age, a dive into the evolution of Sin City and why you don't need to be up until 4 a.m. necessarily for a good time. That's coming up. Welcome back. It is time now for In the Chat, and this week we are keeping with the Vegas theme. Check this out.
Maybe a few of you are taking a trip to Vegas, another one. I have a lot of memories in Vegas. I know I have a smirk, but I don't mean it like that. I had good, solid memories in Vegas. I used to work there. I used to live there. What are your really good memories? Woo! Not those kind of nights. I mean, they don't have to be the purest stories. Stuff that you will never forget that has nothing to do with partying. Vegas is a big part of people's lives, not just because it was the first time you went drinking, you stayed out all night, or a bachelorette party or a bachelor party. I want to hear stories that I feel like I've never heard before. Let's talk. Keep it clean.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
see if people kept it clean. Joining me now in the chat is Paul and Simone.
Yes.
Let's get into it. The best Vegas memories. They can be crazy, but TV appropriate, please.
By the way, Yetta cannot walk the streets of Vegas because she was such a big deal there. She has to hire security.
I love Vegas, but for different reasons. I'm not a party girl, never have been. I wasn't when I was there. I like it because you can go to the dentist at 11 p.m.
Really?
You can get your nails done at 12 o'clock at night if you want to.
That's nice for a night
Pick up your laundry.
But as a reporter, I can tell you, my story comes from reporting out there. I was the reporter who covered the stripper strike.
Wow. That's
Oh
fun.
my gosh, I remember this.
And I got stories.
That's fun.
That's my one crazy one. Paul, what about you?
Mine is a fun one. I was with my brother. We went to a bachelor party. And this is back in the 90s. We were in our 20s and we didn't have any money,
Yeah, totally,
to spend. And, it was our first time in Vegas. We had one night. And my brother had $20 to gamble. And I thought, man, dude, are you really going to do this? And we went to the craps table.
With 20 bucks?
With 20 bucks.
Oh, wow.
And my brother, we were taught from our friends that had been there before, just gamble on black or red.
Yes.
Black
Pick
or
one,
red.
yeah.
Black or red. My brother rolls the dice, gets to pick black, nails it. And they pay 4 times. My brother was on a streak. Okay, like I said, we're in our 20s. We have no money.
Is a Vegas
My
story.
brother won $6,000. We had the whole crowd like,
You went from 20 to 6,000?
$20 to $6,000. And then we
love it.
lived big the whole night, clubbing.
yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
fun.
That's
That's
awesome.
a good story.
That is.
So
That is
fun.
the quintessential Vegas story.
That
Went
is.
there with $20 and came back with $6 grand.
I've
Now,
tried it 30 times since. It never happened.
No.
Nope.
Simone, I
not.
bet you have the best story at the table.
Oh, I have a fun story. So we went for my friend's 21st birthday, a group of girls.
Oh, boy.
And we met this awesome group of guys, and they were not like sketchy, sleazy guys. They were really cool. They were just like, you guys want to have fun? We want to have fun. So we were hanging out with them. They had this awesome suite at the Wynn.
Oh.
We went from the pool party to the suite. We were partying it up. But because we were at the pool party, all the girls were in bikinis. We get up to the suite and it's like the AC is on like 64. Like it was freezing. So I'm like, guys, I'm so cold. Does anyone have a hoodie or a sweatshirt? They're like, there's a robe, like the Wynn robes. They gave me the Wynn robe and I put the robe on with my bathing suit. And they're like, you can keep it. You can take it home with you. I kept that robe for like 10 years. It was the best robe I ever
heck
owned.
yes. High roller. High
You should have
roller.
brought that in with you today.
I know.
You still have this
I
robe?
don't still have it, but it had the Wynn logo on the tag. I
Oh,
felt so bougie when
You
I wore
were
that thing.
living large that night.
That was my best souvenir from Vegas.
So I was asking people about their best stories. So let's dig into some of those responses that I got from folks online. 2 of these are from the 80s. This is hilarious. One of you said in 1985, my soon-to-be ex-wife and me seeing the Pointer Sisters at Caesars.
Ooh.
We were seeing friends in LA, rented a car, lots of partying, the whole trip, 80 styles, say no more. Another one of you said back in the 80s, so all the tame stories are in the 80s, I
Yes,
guess.
yeah.
I went for a wedding and I was at a slot machine, hit 75
There you go.
3 times
Ooh.
and had to leave for the wedding.
Nice.
Oh, they were on a streak. So what do you think of these? It's so funny because, you know, you heard the question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no party stories, no hookup stories,
Mm-hmm.
clean stories, and they're all from the 80s and 90s.
The 80s.
That's awesome.
I think that's how Vegas does it.
Yeah.
Like my brother, you let him hit once,
Yeah.
and they're always going to
I
come
know.
back. They get you
That's
every
so
time.
fun.
Yeah, and Vegas is, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more to do than just party and do slots now. So,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I remember on that same trip, I met a guy who ended up being like an editorial fashion magazine editor in New Zealand.
That's cool.
And he showed me a photo of him and Kylie Jenner.
Oh.
And he was like, this is what I do. I like work with celebrities. I was like, you meet the craziest people in
All
Vegas.
around the world.
Yeah.
All around the world. So from wearing a robe to a business meeting almost.
That's right. I was ready to go.
Here's one more. It comes from a friend from one of our show's staff. Okay, so this is, I think it's Amanda's friend. Some of my best memories were going to Aussie Hunks. What is that? Getting free shots at the High Roller Ferris wheel and taking a shot with Lil Jon.
See?
Okay.
Yes,
See the
that's what I'm
celebrities you see
talking
out
about.
there?
And Lil Jon has a residency there. That's the beautiful thing
Oh,
too
my
about
goodness.
Vegas. It's not just, you know, the old time Vegas guys. Some of the newer folks are there too.
Jennifer and I just got back. We were there 2 weeks ago. Went to the Sphere, people.
Oh,
cool.
yeah. I
Okay.
haven't been there
Kenny
yet.
Chesney.
Oh.
That thing is over the top.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's sensory overload.
Crazy.
Is it worth going?
It is so worth it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Save your money.
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
expensive, but
We
fun.
got to take a trip.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
That'd
Make a
be
new
so
memory.
fun.
Get a bodyguard though when she goes.
We can get our nails done.
Oh, fun. Midnight.
Sure.
Thank you guys for being here. We still have so much more for you coming up.
Las Vegas has grown up so quickly. You look at a city like New York City that's like 400 years old. So Vegas is relatively young.
It is 120 years young. We're going to dive into all the changes that we just talked about in Vegas over the years and some of the things you can do, like get your nails done, go to the dentist, all the stuff that have nothing to do with partying. That is coming up.
Cover a stripper's strike.
Stripper strike.
When you're working there.
I know all the things if you have questions.
That's so fun.
How did this strike end?
Okay, so here's what happened.
Oh, I love it.
Las Vegas used to be a place where people would go and kind of end their careers, and now people come with their careers on fire.
Careers on fire and often opening up a whole new chapter for a lot of artists. Some say it's the Vegas effect. And just like its many stars, the city has grown and glowed up. Once just a desert, the city now has a landscape that is recognized around the world. So while I was in Vegas, I had to catch up with an old friend, Heidi Hayes. She was born and raised in Vegas, and she tells me 120 is actually not old at all.
Every single time I come back, and I come back a lot.
Yeah.
It changes.
No.
You know, I was telling my dad today, I was on the phone with him. I was like, I'm going to this hair salon, and I went there and it was gone. But that happens all the
really?
time. It's speeding up
Yeah.
every single year.
Yeah, I think we have to look at kind of keeping innovative to keep the visitors coming back.
Well, Vegas doesn't have to do anything except for be Vegas.
No, well, yeah, I think our reputation is really good in that you can be and do whatever you want in Las Vegas, whether it's a crazy night out and staying out until 4 a.m., which is not my cup of tea.
I don't know anything about that.
I would like to go to the spa and relax, catch a good show, and the food here, the culinary scene is unlike any other place. I think Las Vegas has grown up so quickly. You look at a city like New York City that's like 400 years old. So Vegas is relatively young, and we've come so far in that 120 years, starting as a railroad stop with nothing here, to what we are today. We have professional sports. We host the biggest artists here. We've just got it all.
Who are the people that you think about when it comes to Vegas as far as staples?
Having Barry Manilow here for so long, I love him so much. Donny Osmond, you know,
the best.
They really keep their shows fresh. Carrot Top's been here 20 years, and you go and it's a different show every night. I don't know how he does it, but we also have the new things like Kelly Clarkson. She has a residency here. Bruno Mars has a residency here.
Love him.
And so we really kind of get the best of the best. And Las Vegas used to be a place where people would go and kind of end their careers, and now people come with their careers on fire. One thing that put Las Vegas on the map were all the neon signs. Right. You'd go down Fremont Street, you'd go down Las Vegas Boulevard, and you just saw these marquees. Well, they created a museum, so you can go walk through the museum and see all of these signs that represent Las Vegas, and it's just amazing.
So as a person who has worked here, who is born and raised here, I didn't know that, by the way. We used to work together as reporters here in Las Vegas. Are you still learning stuff about this town?
Well, I had to like go through my notes before talking to you because there's so much that happens here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do. I still learn a lot. I still meet people that really warms my heart. There's such good people here. There's hardworking people here that make this a community and make this a town that people want to come to. If we didn't have hospitality like we do at our resorts, people wouldn't come here, but they know they're going to get treated high class when they come here to Las Vegas because of those workers.
People don't believe me, but I come here to relax. It's actually a really relaxing place. But for people who I haven't been to Vegas, I haven't partied in 10 years, and they're coming, or if they're coming for the first time, what type of experience would you say they're going to get with Vegas now being 120 years old with so much history?
It's still fresh though. I love that you say you come here to relax, because it really is. There's so many pockets of places where you can go and just kind of clear your mind, and hiking and going to Red Rock and Valley of Fire. So I think we're still full of a lot of surprises. So I think there's still a lot to come here for Vegas, and I'm really excited to see what the next 5, 10, 20 years looks like.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
One of my favorite cities for sure. About 40 million people visit Vegas every year, including many of us from right here in Arizona. Thank you so much for watching this Arizona's Family original. You can connect with me on our Instagram page. It's down below. There you can weigh in on our In the Chat segments and find sneak peeks of future episodes. We will see you again real soon.
I was just in Phoenix, literally last night, running through the gate like a commercial, and no moving sidewalks, just FYI.
There are a few of them.
No, they're all broken down.
Sky Harbor, do better for Carrot Top.
I love those little grandbabies.
Yeah. How many do you have?
16.
How many more do you want?
At least 107. I would go back and relive the Donny and Marie show.
Oh, yeah.
I really would. Because
and we would love that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But I would be a little bit better of an actor.
I love it. Donny, thank you. You're so awesome.